Okay, today we are working on a little bit of a stretch. A lot of times people have some back pain and some knee pain, and a lot of it has to do with through the hip area, the back of the hip, the front of the hip, the side, and then the inner part. So what we're going to do today is we're going to give ourselves a really good 3D stretch in all planes that we really try to focus on with our stretches. And so it's good if you have a small step. You can even use, if you live on a two-story house, the stairs going up, because you can have a banister that you can hold on to. But we're going to be doing a lot of things where we have a foot on the step, and we're going to be moving front, back, side to side. So try to have enough room for that. If you don't have a step handy, but maybe you have a yoga block. So one thing you could do is just put that down. Here, let me get it into the screen so you can see it. And then you can put your foot on that. So you want to have it elevated. If you're really limber and you really want to do it, you can actually put your foot up on a higher chair as well. Or if you want to try this to begin with no step, you don't have to, but just watch my foot position with that. So that being said, before we do anything that we're working our hamstrings and our hip flexors and things like that, let's get our whole body warmed up. And so I'm just going to take a few minutes here. So we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and reach up and down. And you can bend your knees a little bit. We're just going to do it 3 times. 2 and 3. And then let's go side to side. 1 and 2 and 3. And if you're really stiff and you want to do this, 5 or 10 times, you can do that. Now we're going to be here, and you're just going to rotate back. Make sure your knees are soft. 2 and 3. And then 1, 2, and 3. So basically, you just kind of want to get your blood flowing a little bit before we start these warm-ups. So I'm going to try to explain to you what we're stretching. Sometimes that helps if you know what body part we're stretching, so maybe you can kind of put a little bit more into it. So I'm going to mirror you. So I'm going to start you're going to put your right foot on the step. And you're going to start, this first one, you're going to keep your legs straight. So with this one, we're going to be working the back of the leg, okay? So you're going to reach up, and then you're going to reach all the way down. Reach up, and down, and up. And again, we're just sticking to 3 times, okay? This is just more so you kind of get the flow of it. And 2, and 3, and then we're going to go ahead and rotate. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So you kept that leg on the step straight for most of it. I'm just going to bump this up a little bit. And again, if your balance isn't too good and you need to kind of do this with one hand on the wall, that's fine. You don't want to tip over or have that fear of tipping over, because that's going to limit how well you get into the stretch, okay? But do try to keep your hips facing your laptop, tablet, or phone, whatever you're watching this on, okay? So we're going to reach up again and take it down. And up, and down, and up, and down. And let's go side to side. 1, and 2, and 3. And then we're going to rotate. 1, 2, and 3. Other way. 1, whoops. See what I mean about the balance? And 2, and 3. Okay, good job. So that works at the back of the hip, so all in through here. Next, we're going to work on the front part of the hip. So the difference is here is that you're going to have this knee that's on the step bent, and you're actually going to be working the opposite hip flexor. So as you go down, you'll feel this area opening up, okay? So keep your foot here, and we're coming up and down. Keeping that knee bent. 2, and 3, and side to side. 1, and 2, and 3. And next we're going to rotate. 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3. So it doesn't matter if you go right or left first, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so again, the foot that's elevated on the step is bent, and we're working on the front of that other hip. So bring it up and down, 1, keeping that front knee bent, 2, and 3. Now we're going to the side, 1, and 2, and 3, and now we get to rotate, 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3. Good. All right, so this next one, what you're going to do is you're going to have one foot pointed towards the screen, and then the other foot is going to be pointed in the opposite. So this is like our L feet. So the foot that's on the step is here, and then the other one is here. I know you can't really see this, but my toes are pointed like that. So you have like a big L with your feet. And then you're going to have your belly button right in between. So you're not going to try to be going to the foot that's on the floor and not, you're going to be going right in the middle. Because what this is doing is this is working those inner thighs, okay? So reach up and down. 1, and 2, and 3, and side to side, 1, and 2, and 3, and again rotate, 1, and 2, and 3, other way, 1, and 2, and 3, okay? So the foot that's on the step is bent, that knee is bent, this guy up here, and then the other one's pointed towards here, and the belly button's right in between. Okay, here we go, up and down. 1, and 2, and 3, side to side, and 1, and 2, and 3. Good, rotate, 1, and 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3. Good. Now this next one's kind of tricky, so you may need the wall for this one. So what you're going to do is you're going to have the foot that's on the ground, so this guy down here, it's going to be parallel with your step, okay? Right, so that's facing that way, right? Now this foot here comes up and faces the computer. Feel like a pretzel? So this is going to be working that outer thigh, okay? So now you're going to reach up, and again, your belly button's kind of in between your feet again, and it's up and down. Take it nice and slow. 2, and 3, and side to side. 1, and 2, and 3, and rotate. 1, and 2, and 3. Remember, you can hold on to the wall if you need to with one hand. 1, and 2, and 3. Good. Whew, I felt it that one. Okay, then you're going to turn around the other way. So this guy here that's on the ground, it's pointed there, right? And then the other one points to the computer, okay? And your belly button is in between your feet. And here we go. Bring it up and down. It's a really good stretch. 2, and 3. Let's go side to side. 1. Take your time. You don't want to topple. 2, and 3. Now rotate. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter which direction you go, just as long as you rotate both directions. 2, and 3. Good. And after you do that, I like to do a little wiggle, 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 just because those hips should be feeling kind of loose. Hopefully, if you have lower back issues, that's loosened up a little bit because you've loosened up your hips. So again, we started off, you also are getting that thoracic spine up there done. So hopefully that makes you feel better. Maybe you were a little cranky doing it this time, but the more you do it, every other day would be good. You can try doing it every day. You might be a little sore tomorrow because you moved in different planes. That's fine. fine, okay? You didn't do anything wrong, just as long as it's right, not real naggy pain. Again, whenever you're doing any of this, listen to your body and go with whatever range of motion that your body can provide that day. Okay? If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. Have a great day. Bye.